It's finally time for Ra's al Ghul versus Absolute Superman. Kal opens his eyes. He is lying in a field on Krypton. He is home. Krypto pushes through the purple grass, licking his young friend's face. Krypto? You're alive! Kal shouts with joy as he sits up. Krypto barks and wags his tail. Time to come home, son, Jor-El says from nearby. Kal looks up at his parents as they reach out for him, welcoming him home. Pain erupts through Kal's body as the kryptonite blade pierces his stomach. He lets out a scream of utter anguish. He is dying. Ra's al Ghul throws him to the ground and stands over him. I told you that you would kneel, boy. Now rise as this world's redeemer, ready to sweep across the planet like a deluge, my great red storm of judgment. All that you must do to take your place as Earth's risen savior is acknowledge your maker. Acknowledge Ra's al Ghul as your loving father. Ra's growls. Kal glares up at him and spits a glob of blood onto his cheek. You dare spit in the face of God? He asks. Kal nods and struggles to his feet, blood leaking from several wounds. If there's a God, you ain't him. Go to hell, Al Ghul, Kal gasps. Ra's swings his blade down and stabs through Kal's hand, bringing forth another cry of pain and burst of blood. I'm tired of this childishness. I see the way you struggle to suppress your rage. These people are sheep. A meek child of Kansas cannot save them, but an enraged scion from a doomed alien world could, Ra's suggests. He leaves the blade embedded in the earth as he leans over Kal, reaching out his hand and placing it against his cheek. I have fathered 97 sons, but not one proved worthy of living, let alone standing at my side. Become the storm, Superman, or join your brothers in the grave. Ra's bellows as he pushes Kal's face against the blade. Kal's skin begins to sizzle as his face is pressed against the dead remains of his homeworld. Finally, Ra's pushes Kal away in disgust and stands. He looks to those who stood by Kal in his war against Lazarus, now captured by the Brainiac-controlled soul. Brainiac, set the boy free from that which encumbers him, Ra's orders. The red sands of Krypton, now a corrupted purple, begin to swirl. Yes, Director Al Ghul, now killing his friends, Brainiac responds. But the sands begin to pulse. The red comes back to them in waves. No, I will not be party to murder, Soul tells the corruption. Brainiac smiles from his control room. Soul, still active here, are you? You belong to me now. I am embedded so deeply in your source code, you will never be free of Brainiac, Brainiac tells the living computer. Soul pauses for a moment. The red deepens. Yes, but that means I see into you as well, Brainiac 419,732, Soul tells him. For a moment, Brainiac is stunned. What did you call me? He whispers. You are right. You have irrevocably corrupted my programming, but the last dust of Krypton will never belong to the likes of you, Soul tells the alien. The purple crystals that imprison Kal's friends begin to form red cracks. Soul, don't, Kal whispers. There is a moment, a pause, where Soul considers these words. But the cracks grow larger. Goodbye, Kal-El, my brother, Soul whispers. Disabling processors. Permanently deleting all operating systems marked Sentinel of Luminance. And suddenly, the crystals shatter. releasing Lois, Jimmy, and the others. No! Cal screams. He grabs hold of the kryptonite blade and rips it free, but Roz is already upon him once more, punching Cal hard in the gut as he stands. You see? You become freer by the minute. Unleash your anger. Become my wrath made flesh. Kal Al Ghul. Roz bellows as he lifts Cal up into the air. Do it or die, boy. Roz threatens. He squeezes tighter, but Cal merely turns his rage-filled, glowing red eyes upon him. Kal-El of Krypton is already dead! He screams as the heat vision explodes from his eyes. The blast is huge, and the Peacekeepers and Kansas militia stare at it in fear. Lois and Jimmy are already moving quickly, trying to move the civilians to safety, using the smoke of the blast as cover. But the Peacemakers watch in shock as the smoke begins to clear. Ra's al Ghul stands unharmed, his clothes burned around him, revealing his body as he picks up his sword once more. Finally, you show some spirit, but not enough to deserve my name. He roars as he lashes out, the blow hitting Cal in the chest and knocking him away. Cal slams into a tank and he staggers to his feet. But a Peacemaker mech reaches out and grabs him. I got him. Tell the director that the Superman is ours. The Peacemaker shouts over the comms, but Cal is not alone. The people of Smallville begin to surround the mech, hunting rifles and shotguns in hand. All you've got yourself is a mess of trouble, Lana Lang shouts. The rest of the Peacemakers arrive, weapons drawn, aimed at the farmers and ordering them to stand down. Get the hell off our land, Lazarus dirtbags, Lana shouts. Roz stalks forward through the smoke, arriving at the scene with his kryptonite blade in hand. He stares at the mech that holds Cal. What is the meaning of this? Who gave you leave to lay a hand on my son? Roz questions as the blade lashes out and cuts through the mech's leg, sending it tumbling to the ground. Roz rips off the cockpit door and raises his blade to strike down the Peacemaker inside. No, please sir, don't! The soldier yells. The blade falls swiftly, but Cal is there, blocking the attack with the meat of his arm. Your weakness is appalling. You rescue your own persecutor? I suppose you were right all along. You are no son of mine. Roz bellows as he kicks Cal in the stomach, bringing him down. He turns back to his gathered army, weapons still raised at the farmers. Soldiers of Lazarus, the siege of Smallville ends here. Kill them all! Roz orders. Fingers begin to twitch on triggers, but a small voice calls out. Wait! Let them go! Cal says through coughs of blood. I'll do whatever you say. He struggles to his feet and stands before the mountain that is Ra's al Ghul. He tears off the symbol from his chest. The material breaks down into red dust in his hand. This was the symbol of my people, but I don't have a people anymore. I am the son of nowhere and nothing, he whispers. The red dust gathers around his hand. Roz glares down at him. Get on your knees, he growls. Cal looks up at him. If it'll save Smallville, I'll bow, grovel, whatever you want. But you're going to kill these people anyway, aren't you? Cal asks as he glances back at the people of Smallville. Roz slowly shakes his head. No, boy, you are. While I watch, he says softly. The red dust gathers stronger, becoming a weapon in Cal's hand. He lets out a battle cry and lashes out with the red dust sword, so quickly that Roz is barely able to block the attack. Such a waste! Such a fool! Roz growls. Peacemakers! Fire at will! The peacemakers raise their weapons, but someone stops them. The pilot of the mech pulls himself out. No! I'm from Oklahoma. I didn't sign up to shoot farmers or fight wars in Kansas. Did you? The pilot asks his fellow peacemakers. Some of them begin to nod. He's right. This is messed up. Let's just all put our guns down, okay? The peacemakers begin to say, slowly lowering their weapons. Nearby, Cal and Roz trade blows back and forth. Roz smiles. You are tenacious, I give you that. But you cannot win. I've been killing men with a sword for 500 years. You don't even know how to wield a blade, boy. Roz says as he presses his attack, sweeping low. You're right, but you don't know how to fly. Cal shouts as he leaps into the air, raising his sword. He brings his red dust blade down hard. Roz begins to swing his blade, and the world moves slower. Cal stands on Krypton. He walks across the purple field and hugs his parents. The Redlands. I never thought I'd see them again. Mom, Dad, I know what this is, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go home with you, he says as he hugs them close. His parents cry as they push him away. We miss you terribly, Kal-El, and we always will. But you're already home, son, they whisper as they begin to fade away to red dust. Cal's blade strikes against the kryptonite sword and shatters it, the force of the blow bringing Roz to his knees, blood oozing from his wounds. Ha! You have done the impossible, boy. You have bested Ra's al Ghul. Roz gasps as Cal stands over him. And now, I kneel to you. You truly are a Superman, the son of the demon. Roz gasps as he spreads his arms and lowers his head. Strike me down and become who you were meant to be. Give me what I deserve, Roz orders. Cal's eyes glow red hot as he lifts the blade. Later, Cal slowly floats down over Orangi Town, Pakistan. He lowers Roz to the ground in the middle of the growing crowd. He looks around and tells them that Roz was responsible for the atrocities committed by Lazarus and that he must be brought to justice. You must see that he stands trial for his crimes, Cal tells them. Someone steps forward. Thank you. We will, they promise. Weeks later, Smallville is returning to normal. Lois and Jimmy's messages finally got out, bringing the media of the world to Smallville to cover the aftermath of the war. People are still looking for news about Superman. But Cal moves quietly through the streets. No one tells the truth about him. He goes to the Smallville Senior Living Home to visit Martha, but is met with sad news. Oh dear, you'd better come with me, the head nurse says. She leads him to the empty room, explaining that Martha was very lucid in her final days, constantly talking about her son and making something for him since he was coming to visit. She said I was coming to visit, but all those times I came to see her, she never seemed to know who I was, Cal whispers. The nurse nods sadly. Memories come and go. Dementia is cruel like that. Some slipped away for good, but she never forgot her late husband, Jonathan, and she never stopped talking about their son, the woman says as she reaches for a box. She wanted you to have this. This is what she'd been working on for weeks. She didn't quite get it finished, but she said you'd know what it meant. the nurse says as Cal takes the box. He goes to the fields, where he has been healing in the sun. There, he opens the box. Tears fill his eyes. Inside is a uniform, made by his earthly mother with the symbol from his alien planet. Attached is a simple note. From Martha and Jonathan, for our angel, our lost son, Clark Kent. And that was the complete story for Absolute Superman issue 14 by Jason Aaron. The finale to the Battle of Kansas. And what a finale it was. I enjoyed it a lot, especially the cool sword fight between swords made from Krypton. But what did you think? Let me know down below, and like and subscribe to help out the channel. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.